Okay, I am back. I got the volume working. I fixed the sound effects. They're not blowing everybody's eardrums off. I do apologize for that in the first video. I think we're good to go here. Alright, so what? Okay, so now we're back. Let's zoom out a second here. Okay, so this is overall what I got. I want to start over here first and clarify a few things from the last video. One thing, if you notice this little outreach over here, I built that because there was a whole slew of trolls over here that were attacking. And one thing you have to keep in mind is if you have an overhang, they really, most of the time they won't build that high, and even if they do, they don't go over, they won't climb up that hill. Hang on a second, that stupid chicken's annoying me. What do you think, sound effects? I think that's sound effects. Alright. Good enough. Okay. This is a sign you get early on. Basically, it's a warning sign. Wherever this sign's at, the dwarves will not go near it. So they'll keep them from jumping off here, which I also was having a problem with. So there's a little bit of an AI problem or a pathing problem when they get stuck. But part of that was my fault because I wasn't finished digging out these tunnels. Over here, I don't know if I can get this to light up, which I'm not going to. But there's a series of bugs over here. And, wow, they're gone. But there's a series of bugs, and they keep coming out, and it's like there's an endless supply of them, and they'll wipe out your dwarves. So it took me forever to block off that tunnel. So originally this was a path to go out over here, because I had a lot of trees, and not many over there. I'm not going to waste my time going over there. A lot of them turned up over here. So, what am I doing now? The nice thing about this game, there is no objective. It's a sandbox kind of game. There's some campaigns and whatnot, in this case to find this dungeon that's got a portal to it, but you have to build this portal by getting materials for it. This is lit up down here because there is a spell book, and one of these there it is right there. It's a cookbook. And once that goes, and it lights up. There must be one over here because that's why it's still lit. Little recap on some of this stuff here because I didn't cover it last time. Each dwarf, kind of like Town. I don't remember if Towns has this. I know Nemoria has it, where each dwarf has a starting skill. In Craft the World, each dwarf starts off with one skill, but a slot for 2 more. So they have multiple skills. So one thing to keep in mind is I try to keep them all together. So if it's a hunter, I'll probably have him as what else we got here? What is here? Mage, miller, cooking. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is find if anybody here is cooking, I'll assign them. If not, I'll just make somebody a cook. Poof, he's a cook. And there's one extra book. And you notice it increases their skill level. I don't have a magic person, so I'll make him a mage. Miller, oh, look at that. So now he's set. This other Lorne is my mage, it looks like. A couple books, I'll just keep adding it to him. There's another one, and another one. There, so there. Another thing you want to do with your doors at all times, so here's the problem. If these guys die, you lose all your skills. They start all over from square one. Really sucks. So that's a lesson I learned in my last map, and it was a big waste. So this time I'm trying to keep everybody here fairly armed. And what I'm trying to do now is, you remember the last video, it wasn't the sheep that had the rope, you actually had to craft it. That was in my craft tree, and I had to make a bucket, which I was in the process of doing, which is right there. There, my nails are done, and I was waiting for the planks, that's what it was. So here's my planks. And make our planks, some nails. There's our bucket. There, done. Now, there's my rope. I need lots of rope. And that takes wool. That's what the sheep, that's what threw me off. Okay, so here's some wool. I'm going to crank a bunch of that out. Makes 5 at a time. That's perfect. So I'm going to use it all up because I really don't use wool for anything else till later. My last map, I almost had the whole tree done. I was on my way to making iron armor and almost to the mithril armor. But I decided to start this map over because there's so many things I wanted to do that I didn't do in the first one. So now I'm going to hold off on decorating because I want to get these guys armored up. Because if you, one thing it didn't show you up here, if you look up here, this is every 45 minutes you're gonna get a wave of monsters, and there is a boatload of them, and they'll come wiping you out. So what I want to do, wood armor, there we go. I got plenty of wood. Well, not as much as I did a little bit ago. What was I making? Anyway, this will be enough to get at least 7 pieces of armor. I should be plenty. Where's my rope? I need some rope. There. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Done. Now get these guys armored up. And that's another feature of the game I really don't like, is that you have to use these things to advance the recipe in the skill tree. And I don't need all these sometimes, but in order to get to certain other points of the tree, you must actually use these and not just make them. Alright, so these guys are fully set up. I have a bunch of people trying to text me. That's okay. I want to make this video. I'm trying to keep these around 15 minutes because it gets kind of boring watching the same video over and over. It's better to take breaks. Okay, looks like everybody, I got armored, got helmets. We're good. So that takes care of that. And I dug it out under. Like I said in the last video, there's a water pond here. I didn't want to dig around. The best thing to do this is to build your, since you can't move your stockpile, I decided to build a little protection thing around here. Because there are trolls that come by and steal your stuff. But they're gone. So I wonder if I kicked their butt in the last video. What's going on? Are you guys swimming? I have no clue why these guys are way over here. So I'll put a portal up. They're pretty smart. They should use it when they see it. It'll zip them back to town. Look at going here. Okay. Since I have some wood, I'm going to make some more walls. I just want to do some more decorating. Well, actually, let me see what this craft tree needs. Now, one thing I do like is these scaffoldings. These scaffoldings are nice because you don't need the dwarves to pick them up and lay them down. You can do that with your mouse, so they move them around. So they come real handy for digging, which is what I'm going to do next. But this bow is way cool. It has, if you give it to a dwarf and get some spells on them, actually even without the spells, that's a really good weapon. It does a lot of damage. So I'll make 2 dwarves, a dwarf, or a archer. But first, see if there's somebody in here that is a hunter. Hunter will work. Yeah. What else got here? That's it. Well, let's make a miller. Let's make him an archer. It does a lot of damage. I'm actually pretty surprised at that. I like it. That's good. Perfect. Now I'm ready. Now I can do what this game was designed for and start mining. Now I am sure everybody here's got their own method of mining. So let me, if you got some ideas, let me know, because I am not a miner. So we'll start here. One cool thing I had in my last map was the railroad cars. Now those were cool. They're not as efficient as the portal, so that's a little glitch in the game. A little overpowered in the portal. Portal costs 2 spell points and it's always available. The minecart costs a ton to make. But I make them because it's just kind of fun to watch them. And it's always there and it doesn't run out. The portals will run out eventually. But the cooldown's not that bad. Now, the other thing I want to make too is an elevator. So I'm going to make 2 of those. 1 for each of the You scroll over here, it takes a while to make an elevator. Where's that at? It's way over here. Where we got? Elevator. Here it is, right there. And as you can see, it is way down the chain. There's actually two right here. Oops, scratch, not that one. It is... Where are we at here? Elevator. I know it takes two. Oh yeah, you have to do this bird cage, which is okay. I understand that kind of. But see the top two rows? This row and this row. These two rows have to be constantly made. But as you get further back, I think that's... Yeah, that was the catch. Nope. Yeah. So just these two rows to make that elevator. But that elevator is very valuable. But it doesn't make any sense. So, and as you can see, these guys can climb without ladders. It just takes them a lot longer. That's why I want to get to the scaffolding. So what I do is I find out what I want to make. In this case, I want to do the scaffolding. So I need to get make a fence. Because trust me, you want the scaffolding. They'll move along really quick. You can move them with your mouse. They don't have to be destroyed. The fences are kind of nice. They slow the monsters down, but I don't really have a need for them. So in this particular case, I will use them for decoration. Their primary purpose is to slow down the monsters as they come to your... I mean, I can't build it there. Whatever. Oh yeah, put it over here. There. Two fences. Now I'm going to grab... Here's how you speed these up. Select him. Because if you wait for them to build it, it goes in the queue. It takes forever. Well, first of all, he's a little loaded down with some stones. So let's get rid of that. There we go. Now, since I'm controlling this guy, it automatically gives you the mats that you need. He doesn't have to go back. So in this case, well, what in the world? Well, that's odd. There. Now if I lay it there, there. Now I'm done. What's the next one? Beware sign. How do you make that? You need a bone. Got plenty of bones. Some wood. I guess the bone means like cross bones or skull as a warning. I don't know if I have to use that. Yep. And what's the next one? Wooden trap. I'm going to run out of wood to make my scaffolds here. Alright, there's this trap. As you can see, I'm just going down the list. Trap. Come over here, dude. Just as long as you keep him, you can make these pretty quick. If you wait for them to make it again, it takes forever. There. Wooden cage. Oh, I think I'll have enough. I might get my scaffolds. That's the objective here, is to get my scaffolds. Rope, rope. Where's my rope? Just make one cage. One cage. Now the cages are actually good for those big guys, because what it does is it traps the monster in the cage. Then he can't move. Okay, whatever. I'll just put one right here. I just need it just to get the tree advanced. And boom, scaffolding. This is what you want. And you'll see what I mean in a second. I'm going to make a ton of those. Now here's how these work. These will help your building go a lot faster. They're better than ladders. As you notice, I didn't have... Here, I'll replace them with the ladders. Now watch. Come over here. I need to put a light there. You can't see. Actually, I don't need him. Now if I take this and click it and I can just drop them right there. Yeah, I know that. And they stack. And if I want to get rid of them, I click. And then I can come over here and move them someplace else. It's one of the few materials that you build that does not require dwarf intervention. So there's some more stuff I'm working on. So I'll leave the video at this part. If you have any questions, feel free to post or comment. If you want to see this keep going, which I'm probably going to keep it going anyway because I like the game, but it's always nice to know if you guys are watching it. Let me know if there's something specific you want to see, how something's made, how it works, how to do this, that, or the other thing. Let me know. I will try to get it posted. If not, I can always pull up my old map and do it there because quite a few of the things are finished. So until then, we will catch you later.